Hello viewers, thanks for watching Parties Extra, brought to you by Party Galaxy. Rita Aragon, Jennifer Seal, and Jacque Fiegel are here to talk about the Go Red for Women Luncheon. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Rita, you're the chairman, so tell us all about what we can expect.
This year is going to be a very different format, a very different expression, and it really is all about the mission of Go Red, which is to teach women about the symptoms of heart disease, what we can look for, how we can deter it. My family has a history of heart disease. I was in the military. My activity level, my diet, and my exercise all has helped that I have absolutely no heart disease. But I am excited about being the Go Red Chair this year because we're going to do it in honor of one of our great friends who has died of heart disease this past year, and that's Judy Copeland, who was the governor's general counsel. A bright, brilliant, delightful young woman who did not recognize the signs and suffered a massive stroke and died. So we want to my mission is to make every woman aware of what they can do to help eliminate heart disease.
And what a good idea to have this luncheon. Now, where is it and what day?
It's going to be May 18th
Close.
at the Cox Center.
At the Cox Center. So it's a big luncheon.
It's a big luncheon, about 450.
That is awesome.
Normally there's an education component that happens in the morning. Then we have a silent auction, which are great items this year. We've got Coach handbags and Coach sunglasses and airplane rides out to Weatherford and go through the Space Museum there. We have a lot of really girly things that girls like to have. But we're also going to have a panel, and usually it's a guest speaker. This year we're going to have a panel who talk about different aspects of heart disease in women. But the biggest piece that we talk about is the education component, helping women and men. And by the way, this year for the first time we have men on our Circle of Red and our leadership team. I've asked some gentlemen to step up because we think it's important that they understand what heart disease does to the family component.
Tell us exactly how a woman can tell if she's having some attack.
Very different symptoms. Men talk about having that elephant sitting on their chest and there's this heaviness. Women have a lot of different symptoms, and up until very recently, most of the research that was done in heart disease was done on men. But we tell them that very frequently they start with a really bad headache, jaw starts aching, they think they have a toothache, and then it moves down into their shoulder. So it's not any one of those components, but when you start seeing them all together. There are also other symptoms, profuse sweating. The young girls here keep looking at me and saying, not menopausal sweating, but unusually heavy sweating that you're not overexerting and you're not menopausal. They're having a lot of pain in the back of the neck that comes in conjunction with that rapid heartbeat and feeling that there's an extreme expansion on your chest.
Oh, that's very interesting.
So, but we have all of that on brochures. It's on the American Heart website. I encourage everybody to go on the American Heart website.
What is the website?
Read that.
It's at heart.org for any kind of educational information. And then to get to our local luncheon page, which highlights our sponsors and our auction items and where you can eventually buy some tickets, that's heart.org/Oklahoma City OK Go Red Luncheon.
So, Jennifer,
Yes,
as director, you put this panel together, probably. So,
I helped, yes.
So, will they tell all these things that Rita
Oh,
just...
absolutely. She's not lying at all. They will definitely be talking about what it's like to have those symptoms. Our survivor on the panel has had not only heart disease, but she's also had a stroke, so she can speak to both issues related there. One of the doctors is an OBGYN, Dr. Palmer, and so she's going to talk a little bit more about the female aspect of it, and then also about how it manifests maybe in young women. And then the other doctor we have on the panel, Dr. Gibson, she is a cardiologist from Integris, and she's going to be discussing the issues that come with once you get a little bit more into the heart aspect of it. And Dr. Palmer will focus more on the knowing your numbers aspect of it.
Well, Jacque, you're a volunteer, so tell us about your connection to, it's the Circle of Red, is that what it is?
Yes, it is. I'm
Okay.
a member of the Circle of Red, which is a group of women that financially contribute personally to the cause, and yet we, throughout the year, get to do different things that the American Heart Association network with each other, but most importantly, we're really trying to show our support to the Go Red movement for women. So how I really initially got involved was in 2005, Coppermark Bank, who was my employer, we chose Go Red as an initiative that we wanted to support. We do a lot of women initiatives and support in our marketplace, and so this seemed to be just a great fit for us.
Our goal every year is to replicate the idea that you will be eating something that is heart healthy, not just low calorie, but also low fat and just good for your heart, and at the same time, something delicious. Mert provides a cookbook to all of our guests at the luncheon.
Nice.
Yes, it's a lovely little cookbook, and it's full of recipes for all of the meals and snacks that you would ever want, and they taste good, and I think that's a real problem. In fact, one of our education sessions is going to highlight the nutrition factor of people think that healthy food has to be, yucky, and
bland.
The Renaissance is our catering provider this year, and they're making sure that it's not going to be a bland meal, and so we're going to hopefully have some things. Absolutely,
okay.
We're going to make that decision this week.
Good.
And of course, there'll be lots of red things.
Lots
And
of
what do you wear?
things.
What do you wear?
Well, we're hoping that you will wear something red because it's beautiful to see a sea of red, and we've added, Rita loves the turquoise kind of blue teal family, and so we're bringing some of those colors into the event
My
as
Native
well.
American background, we've got to get the turquoise in there.
Right, and so we're hoping
that'll be pretty.
it will be,
Beautiful.
yeah, it'll look different. We'll have the keynote panelist as opposed to a speaker this year. We're certainly highlighting the military a little bit with our color guard. So every
We'll have
chair,
an all-women color guard.
Oh, really?
Yes, isn't that exciting?
That is.
It's every chair brings their own unique flavor to it, and I'm grateful that Rita has done that once again this year. So
She's
thank you.
Pretty vivacious.
Dynamic. We're grateful.
And you all have these pins on, so tell us about your pins.
Absolutely. This pin, I'll tell you about. This is the official red dress symbol, the symbol of heart disease across the nation, and more than one organization uses it, but ours I think is a little bit more flirty, this dress, and so I'm happy to share these, and we'll have them available at the event as well. But then Jackie's got on a special pin.
This is the Circle of Red pin that you get as a member of the Circle of
Oh,
Red.
that is awesome.
Isn't it beautiful?
Well,
Very proud
they're
of-
darling. both
Very
of them.
proud, and more people are recognizing that red dress and associating it with the Go Red from Women movement.
We actually took it and gave them to all of the men in the Capitol, the members of the cabinet. I sit on the governor's cabinet. I told all of them they were man enough to wear a red dress, and they did.
And they did.
And they wear it on their
That's
lapel.
great.
And we have a red dress tie, so
That's right. We do have a red
Oh.
dress tie. Gene Rainbolt is part of our group. Randy,
And Randy Stafford's got his too.
And so those guys are wearing their ties, and I think it's a great all-out effort to look at how do we all affect or have an impact on women's heart disease. We want it to no longer be the #1 killer of women. In fact, a woman dies every moment from heart disease across the United States. That's a staggering figure, and we want women to understand that they can have an impact on it.
It's a great awareness.
Yes, it is.
And we have one other thing is Go Red Sunday. Tell us about that.
Sure. The Go Red Sunday is an effort that we have through our religious and faith communities across the nation to try to use that as a platform to educate people about heart disease. And Go Red Sunday is the Sunday before Wear Red Day in February.
Okay. Thank you all for bringing this luncheon to our attention again. This is an important party since it raises money for women's research, and it also educates women and friends and family about heart disease in women.
Amen.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much,
you.
Ms. Wallace. Appreciate it.